So now, here what do we have? We have 3/5 and 10/12. First, when you multiply, as we did yesterday, we have to multiply the fractions. We have to multiply 3 times 10, which is 30, 5 times 12, which is 60. Then, to simplify, you find the greatest common factor of 30 and 60, and we found that it is 30. Then we divide 30 by both of the numerator and the denominator by 30 to get the answer as 1/2. This is a way that we know it yesterday. Today now, we're gonna learn a new way that you have to simplify before multiply. Here, you multiply first, then simplify. Today, we're gonna learn a new way how to simplify, then multiply. What do I mean by it? I have this one now here. We're gonna now try to simplify. Now be careful. When you want to simplify, okay, you have to simplify the numerator of the first fraction with the denominator of the second fraction, and the numerator with the second fraction with the denominator of the first fraction. Numerator with denominator, numerator with denominator. Don't simplify the numerators with each other or the denominators with each other. Now I want to simplify. What do I mean by it? Look at here. We have 3 and 12. I want now to think about a number that can be, look at me, focus with me, what did I say? That can be divided by 3 and by 12 at the same time. Don't say, teacher, 12 divided by 3. I told you 3 by something and 12 by the same number. Now what can I do? I look at the small one. Here we have a 3 and here we have a 12. What is the small one? What is the least number? It's a 3. And we know that 3 is a prime number. So that means 3 can be divided only by 3. So I will divide 3 by 3, which is 1. And I will divide 12 by 3. I will get 4. 3 divided by 3, I get 1. 12 divided by 3, I get 4. Then what do we have here now? We have 10 and 5. Now, 10 and 5, you have to know something. Maybe you know it before. What do we call them? The divisibility rule. That's if the number starts with, if the first digits, even number like this one here. And so on. If the first digit is even, so that means it can be divided by 2. Remember this thing. If the first number is even, the first digit is even, it means it can be divided by 2. If the first digit is 0 or 5, it means it can be divided by 5. So here, like 35, 40, 75, 570. Look at the first digits. They are 5 or 0. If the first digits 5 or 0, it means it can be divided by 5. And the last one, if the digits start with 0, like 530, 200, 400, it means it can be divided by 10. Here we have a lot of divisibility rule, but this is the most important one. So how it can help me? Let's go back here now. 5 and 10. I told you, if the first digit starting with 5 or 0, it means it can divide it by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Then after that, I will multiply now. 1 by 2 over 1 by 4. And I get the answer as 2 over 4. Is it clear?
Yes, clear. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Here, our lesson is how can we simplify before multiply. So then now here, as we said, we have it as 2 over 4, and we can also divide it by 2 by 2. So the final answer will be 1 over 2. So now you can multiply by 2 ways. You can multiply first, then simplify, and you can simplify first, then multiply.
Teacher, I think multiplying then simplify is more easier.
Some of you said maybe found this that's easier, but because you know it from yesterday. But when we do it now, when we practice more and more, you will find that when you simplify first, when you will multiply, it will be easier than multiply then simplify. Okay.
Why we didn't teacher simplify the numbers that maybe means the number that is together, and why just we take means every decimal with the fraction? That's why.
Sorry, but can you repeat? Why I what?
Why we didn't just simplify the whole number?
Where's the whole number? There's no here. We have fractions.
7 out of 10 maybe. Why we didn't simplify it 7 out of 10? Why
because there's no number, because there's no greatest common factor between 7 and 10. 7, it's only divided by 7. And 10, it's only divided by 5 and 2. So there's no common number.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome. Now, all of you, please, go to this problem here. Some of the corn grown in the United States is used for making fuel. Suppose that 7 out of 10 of the farmer's total crop is corn. So here you have, like as an example, 10 meters squared, and 7 of them is corn. And you sell, the farmer sell 2 over 5 of the corn for the fuel production. So what fraction of the farmer's total crop does he sell for the fuel production? What do you have to do here? You have to multiply. As I told you now, multiplying, you have 2 ways. The first way that you have to multiply first, then simplify. So 2 times 7, it is 14. And 5 times 10, it's 50. Then next, you will find the greatest common factor for 14 and 50. You write them here now. 14, they are 1 and 14, 2 and 7. For 50, we have 1 and 50, 2 and 25, 5 and 10. So what is the common factor here? We have 1, we have 2. And what is the greatest common factor will be? It will be 2. Then I will divide the numerator and the denominator by 2. Then I said 14 divided by 2 is 7, and 15 divided by 2 is 25. So the answer here is 7/25. This is what I did here. I multiply first, then I simplify. Now, the second way that you have to multiply first before, simplify before multiply. What I have to do? 2/5 times 7/10. Now, look at 2 and 10. So I cannot go back now. I will tell you the answer later. 2 and 10. Now, for 2 and 10 here, okay, what's the common number that can be divided, or the common factor that can be divided by 2 and by 10?
2.
Bravo, 2. Why it's 2, Rafif? Rafif, you say 2, is it right?
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
You say 2. Why did you say 2?
I said it. Can you hear me? No.
Who say 2?
Teacher, me. Me, Rafif, and Malak Mahmoud. Yes.
Okay, Rafif or Malak. Any one of you answer. Why you say 2?
Because it is the nearest number for the 2.
Bravo, because 2, it can be divided by 2. And 10, it can be divided by what? By 2. Bravo. So now, 2 divided by 2. 1. And 10 divided by 2.
5. So
5.
1 out of 5. 5.
Bravo. Then next, 1 times 7. 1 times 7, it's 7. And 5 times 5, it's what?
25.
25. Thank you. So the answer will be 25. 7/25. Did you finish writing?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now, look at this one here. We have 5/8 times 14/15. He asked me to simplify before multiplying. 5 with 15, 14 with 8. 5 and 15. What's the number that can be divided? What's the common factor that can be divided by 5 and 15?
5.
Bravo, 5. Good job. 5 divided by 5 equals 1. And 15 divided by 5 equals 3. Good job. Now, the next one here, 8 and 14. What's the number that can be divided by 8 and 14? 2, bravo. 2, because they are even number. It's 2. They are even, so they're gonna be 2. Bravo, grade 6. I'm proud of you. Now, 8 divided by 2, it's 4. And 14 divided by 2 is 7. Then 1 times what? 1 times 7. Bravo.
1 times 7.
And 4 by 3. Then 1 times 7. And 4 times 3, it's a 12. Okay, now I will call you now one by one. Let's start with, do you have any question, girls? Girls. Okay, now let's start with, I will start alphabetically. Okay, so let's start now with Jana. Jana Abdullah. Open your microphone, Jana. Yes, Jana. Here, what do we have? 3/8 times 2/9. How will you simplify 3 and 9?
What?
Here, 3 and 9. What's the common factor that can be divided by 3 and by 9 at the same time?
Okay, wait.
See, I'll give you a hint. What's the number that can be divided by 3?
3.
Bravo, it's a 3. So when I say that it's a 3, yeah, because 3, it cannot be divided only in 3. So 3/3.
9.
Yeah, divide. 3 by 3. It's 1. 9 divided by 3.
9 divided by 3.
3. Thank you, Jana. Then 2 and 8. What's the common factor that can be divided by 2 and 8?
2 and 8.
Sorry?
4.
No, don't divide 8 by 2. Number that can be divided by 2 and can be divided by 8. Look at number 2. Number 2, it can be divided by what?
10 divided by.
No, I want 2, 2. 2. 2, it can be divided by what?
10 divided by.
Yes, 2, 2, not 10. I say 2. It's divided by 2.
What?
2, it can be divided by 2.
Yes.
2 divided by 2.
1.
1. And 8 divided by 2.
4.
4. Bravo. The next, what you have to do?
Then 1 multiply 1
Is 1 over
4 multiply 3 is 16.
12. 12. Thank you, Jana. Now, Jana Amjad, open your microphone, please. Jana Amjad.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Jana. Here we have 4/7 times 7/12. How do you simplify 4 and 12?
4 will be 2.
You divide it by what?
I divide it
by 2? Yes, Jana.
yes, teacher. It will be divided by 2.
4 divided by 2, it's 2. Okay. And 12 divided by 2?
And 12 divided by 2, it will be 6.
6. Then next, before stop, yeah, Jana. Here, look at 2 and 6. Can you simplify them more?
Yes.
How?
No, but 6, yes.
How? 2 will be
1 and
1. Divided by 2 is 1. And 6 divided by 2?
1.
3. Thank you, Jana. Now 7 and 7. What's the common number that you can divide by 7?
1.
Or now factor that can be divided by 7 and give you 1. It's 7. 7 divided by 7. Jana, here you have 7 and 7. I want to search about a factor that can be divided by 7. 7 is a prime number. And since 7 is a prime, so it can be divided by 7 or 1. So 7 divided by what?
By 7.
7, you get?
1.
1. And 7 divided by 7? 1. Then 1 times 1
Equal 1.
over 1
1 times 3
equals 3. So the answer will be 1 over 3. Thank you, Jana. Now, Julie. 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 Lama. Lama Ahmad.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Lama. 5 over 6 times 3 over 10. How you simplify 5 and 10? Five and 10. Look at the least number. 5 and 10. Which is the least? Is it 5 or 10? 5. So 5. Since 5 is a prime number, so it can be divided by 5. Good job. 5 divided by 5. 1. 10 divided by 5. 2. Bravo. Now 3 and 6. What is the least one? 3 or 6? 3. Now, can we divide 3 by 3?
Yes.
Can you divide 6 by 3?
Yes.
Yes. So now 3 by 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3? 2. Good job. Then 1 times 1? 1. 2 times 2? 4. Thank you, Lama. Thank you. Now Malak Amr. Malak, open your microphone, please. Malak, where are you, miss? Okay, I will come back. Malak Mahmoud.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Malak. Here, 3 over 4 times 5 over 9.
Okay, so we're gonna divide them. So we're gonna put the numerator 3, divide the denominator 9.
You mean wait, you simplify them, you mean? Okay. 3 divide by what?
Equals 1.
Divide by 3 equals 1. And 9 divide by 3
equals 3.
Equals 3. Bravo. Now 4 and 5.
No, we can't. So we're gonna simplify them with the 1.
And you can't keep them as it is.
Yes, so it's gonna be 5 and the denominator it's gonna be 4.
4 or 4 times 3?
It's gonna be this. I mean that, but we're gonna leave them
it's them. Okay. So 1 times 5 is 5, and 4 times 3.
4 times 3 equals 12.
12. Thank you, Malak. Bravo. Now Malak Amr. Malak Amr. Okay. Now, Rafif. Rafif, where are you?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Rafif. 2 over 3 times 9 over 10.
Okay. First, we will start from the smallest. 2. We will divide it with 1.
2 divided by what?
2.
Bravo, which you get?
To give us 1.
Bravo. And
1. And
10.
And 10 we will divide it with 2. It will give us 5.
Bravo. And here 3 and 9.
First we start with 3. 3 divide 3 divide 3. It will give us 1.
Bravo.
And, 3 and 9 divide. And yeah. Okay. Wait.
Okay, I'm waiting you.
Okay.
9 divided by 3 is?
And then we will write 3. And 3.
Then 1 times 3.
3.
Over?
And 2, 3 and 20.
1 times 5. Here you multiplied 1 times 3.
1 times 5.
And then 1 times 5.
It's equal to 5.
It's equal to 5. The answer is 3 over 5. Thank you, Rafif. I'm proud of you. Now, Sama. Sama Ahmad. Yes, Sama. I want you now to solve number 4. After a picnic, 5 over 12, or 5 over 12, or 5 up to 12 of the cornbread is left over. Val eats 3 over 5 of the leftover cornbread. So what fraction of the cornbread does Val eat? I told you now as an example, in other words, you have a bar of chocolate and you eat half of them. So what fraction that you eat from the bar of chocolate? What do you have to do? You multiplied 1 by what? By half. Now here. Sama? Yes, Sama. 5 over 12. You have to multiply it by 3 over 5. Yeah, what you have to do here? Bravo.
5 is 25.
No, don't multiply. Think about a factor that can be divided by 5. Bravo. 5 divided by 5. It's 1. 5 divided by 5. It's 1. Bravo. Now 3 and 12. 3 and 12.
3 is small.
Bravo. So 3 divided by what?
3 will be divided
By 3. You get 1. And 12 divided by 3.
12 divided by 3 4.
4. Bravo. The next 1 times 1.
Is
1 over 4 times 1.
It's 4.
It's 4. Thank you a lot. Now, Sham.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Sham.
The reptile house.
Yeah.
At the
Here.
zoo
The reptile house at the
iguana
zoo
that-
has an iguana that is 5 over 6 yards long. It has a gala monster that is 4 over 5 from the length. So the length of a reptile is 5 over 6. The length of the monster is 4 over 5 from the length of the iguana. So how long is the gala monster? What do you have to do here?
To multiply them.
You have to multiply them. Bravo. 5 over 6 times what?
5 over 6 multiplied 4 out of 5.
Bravo. Then what you have to do next?
To simplify them.
You will simplify them. Yeah.
5 and 5 are going, we will take them and divide them with 5.
Bravo.
And 4 and 6 we can't, so we will let it. We will keep it.
But look at 4 and 6. Are they even number?
No.
4 and 6.
Yeah.
They are even. 4 divided by, if they are even, so it can be divided by what?
By 2.
By 2. 4 divided by 2.
4 divided by 2
Equals 2. And 6 divided by 2?
3.
3. Then 1 times 2?
1 times 2 equals 2.
2 over 3 times 1?
And 3 multiply 1 is 3.
3. Thank you. So the answer is, or the length of it is 2 over 3 yards. Thank you, Sham. Now, by the way, girls, when you raise your hand, like Rand or Marwa, when you raise your hand, your name doesn't appear in the list. So that's why I didn't call you. Now, let's go back. Let's okay. Before I say, we said now. Rand. Rand. Oh, just a minute, please. Rand. Open your microphone, please. Rand? Rand, open your microphone. Okay, Tulip? Tulip? Yes, Tulip. Mr. Ortiz has 3/4 pounds of oatmeal. He uses 2/3 of the oatmeal to bake muffins. Okay?
How much oatmeal does he make?
Number 12. I want you to solve number 12. We're gonna multiply 3/4 by 2/3. To know what? How much did he make? Or did he bake muffins? Okay, yeah, let's multiply them.
Two and 4. It's 2. So 2 is 1 and 4 is 2.
Bravo. 3 and 3.
3. So both of them are going to be 1.
Bravo. So it's gonna be what?
It's going to be 1 out of 2.
1/2. Now this fraction, Tulip, what does it mean?
Yeah.
What does it
It
represent?
means half.
Yeah, but what does it represent? It represents what? How much pound? Yeah, but I mean, here represent how much pound did he use to bake muffins? Okay? Half. Now, but the question is, how much oatmeal does he have left? So what's the next step will be? From the words left, what does it mean?
It means how much there's left in the bag, not how much he used.
So what you have to do?
We have to simplify.
Left. What do you mean by left? If you see keyword left, what does it mean?
Left side.
Yeah?
Side.
You have to add, subtract, or multiply. How much left? Subtract. Thank you. You have to subtract what from what?
1 and a half. 1 out of 2.
From?
From
1.5 pound he make. How many one is left? How many pound we have?
3/4 of a pound.
3/4. Bravo. Then next, what you have to do? Can you subtract if we have different denominator?
No, we have to make the denominator the same.
Bravo. How you make them the same?
We times by 2.
Bravo.
2
By 2 or by 2. Bravo.
and
Then
1, 2.
So it will be 3/4 minus what?
Minus 1 out of 4.
2/4, you mean.
2.
3 minus 2?
3 minus 2 equals 1.
And 4 minus, and over what?
Over 4.
Over 4 pound. Thank you a lot, Tulip. I'm proud of you. Yes, girls.